Final of IPL 2022. It all comes down to this. The first time in the last 5 years where it's no Mumbai, no Chennai, but it's Gujarat versus Rajasthan Royals. And Bhavik, how excited are you for today's game?
So excited. I mean, we saw the visuals of the Narendra Modi Stadium, and it looks so electrifying. We saw the opening ceremony come back in the IPL after these years. Of course, the COVID protocols were followed previously, but it just charges you up, doesn't it? Because
Absolutely.
Ranveer Singh, A.R. Rahman, and whatnot. I mean, it was so good. And after that, the toss happened. I guess slightly it went to Gujarat's favor. So yes, that happiness got a little bit of double, but yeah, very much excited.
Salil, how excited are you? Could you imagine any two other teams in place of these two because they are the most deserving sides? What do you think?
Well, absolutely. If there was any other team, maybe it would have been slightly Lucknow, but no, I guess on the day when you beat the teams, that's where you get. So I think number one and number two on the charts and clearly playing it out for the finals. I think it's going to be a
Big game.
brilliant, brilliant contest. There's one team which has hit the most amount of sixes, while the other has hit the most amount of fours. One team which has won most matches batting first, are batting first after winning the toss, and Gujarat, on the other hand, have won most
Chasing.
matches, and that too in the last over. So an IPL final going into the last over, the very thought of that gives me a lot of goosebumps, and super super excitement. Honestly, just like Bhavik said, I mean, playing in front of a crowd, 1,25,000 in a brand new stadium. I think it's so electrifying. The pressure might get to a few of them who've not reached that stage, but I think it's an exciting game. It's going to be closely contested on both sides by bowlers. I mean, spinners, batsmen, sloggers. Everybody are going to go at it today. It's totally going to be crazy.
It's going to be really exciting today. I'm pretty excited. The toss has been done. Rajasthan Royals winning the toss. I don't know what's happening. The IPL is just showing us all the faces of how life
Ulta
works,
pulta.
and they ulta pulta, and they won the toss and elected to bat first, thinking that this pitch is a dry pitch and would assist the spinners later on. But speaking of the Gujarat lineup first, Bhavik, you've been following Gujarat from day one, supporting Gujarat from day one. So please take us through the lineup and tell me how good does it look today.
Well, just one change there. Loki comes in place of Alzari, tried and tested customer. He's played those pressure matches for New Zealand, while rest of the lineups remains same. The top order consisting of Ridhiman, Shubman, Matthew Ed, and Hardik, while we have the best finishers in IPL 22 in the form of David Miller, Rahul Tewatia, and Rashid Khan. So
Yes.
this lineup we have discussed it before, how effective then can be in the pressure situations, and definitely they've bounced you know brilliantly in any given condition. So this is a strong Gujarat
Absolutely.
lineup, tried and tested one. So let's see how things goes for them tonight.
They've got six or seven bowling options if you include Tewatia and Hardik Pandya himself. So they look like a pretty balanced lineup. But speaking of balanced lineups, the 6 plus 5 Funda has worked really well for Rajasthan Royals. If you can have a look at their lineup, and Salil, you could take me through their lineup and just tell me how good does it look according to you.
Well, extremely formidable. Yashasvi Jaiswal in form, Joss Butler, the man in form,
My
and
God.
scoring upwards of 800 runs. Clearly, he's going to look at Virat Kohli's record, to break today. Sanju Samson, Devdutt Padikkal, Shimron Hetmeyer have all been good. Riyan Parag has helped them win one match in the group stage. And just look at that bowling attack. I think Ravi Ashwin and Yuzi Chahal have a point to prove because they weren't very effective in the last match. But Prasid Krishna and Obid McCoy bowling some brilliant bowling in this same stadium in their last match 2 days ago would give this squad a much needed boost in their bowling department. So quite a
Right.
balanced side here, Yash, and they look very big with all those big names like Trent Bolt and Ravi Ashwin and Joss Butlers and Samsons, and the big six hitters are there. So
Yep.
very excited to see them go at it today.
Salil, you made a great point that Rajasthan have been the side that has batted first and has been really successful. So is that one of the reasons why they've banked on their batting today in this mega occasion where it's lose lose? You snooze, you lose. So do you think that is one of the reasons psychologically that they've been performing so consistently?
Yes, I think one of the biggest thing for Rajasthan was, and I give them a little more points for where they've reached, because they've lost around 13 tosses in their
Yeah,
last 17 games, and in spite of losing tosses and batting first, this might be the only side which has won so many matches, because all the sides in the first month or so were just chasing the runs at the end of you kind of know the result at the start of the game. So I think they have that that fire. They want their batsmen to bat freely and score those big runs, and expect nothing less than 180 today, because all of them must be
absolutely.
really looking, because they have to seal it and give it to their bowlers in the first inning itself. If it's going to be 160 or 170, it's going to be one boring final for an IPL. So quite
We don't want
honestly, I
that.
think they are absolutely going to go for it, and I think they are in the right frame of mind as well, beating RCB, a bigger team, and they've lost that match with Gujarat when they played on Wednesday, but they were. I think they'll learn from that and they know what to do now.
Stakes are pretty high, Salil, Bhavik. We'll move ahead to predictions in prediction time. Well, as you all know, one last time, one batting, one bowling, and one team prediction. Bhavik is sitting right at the top with all amazing predictions and the results going his way. But today is the final. So, speaking of the batting prediction, any player to score a 50? Yes, Bhavik, you know it's such a big occasion, and the
No
biggest
doubt.
players stand up on such occasions and in these games. So,
Joss
that's my first
Butler.
prediction.
No
Butler it
doubt.
is for someone, yes. Or anyone on this game, a 50 would be match winning one. The bowling prediction I'm going to make is Yash Dayal to pick up two or more wickets. I don't think so. He has got the Yorkers, he has got those 140 clicks deliveries, but I think that batting first, I really don't know if two wickets are on for Yash Dayal, especially. My final prediction, the team prediction that I'm going to make is RR's opening stand somewhere to be between 21 to 35. It can be more, it can be less, but if I have to just pick a random number, this is what I want to go for. Salil, over to you.
Well, my first prediction, and no prizes for guessing. I've gone with the usual. I think RR's top batsman is going to be Joss Butler.
Yeah,
We've seen the trend with the way Joss Butler plays. If he comes in form, he will play more than one innings with the same kind of vigor. So, and there is a big record at stake. He can score 100 more runs again today and surpass Virat Kohli's record of the all-time runs scored in one single season. My second prediction is Mohammad Shami will not concede more than 35 runs.
wow.
I think he's been the pick of the bowlers, and a bowler who's been and played at the biggest stage, I think will easily absorb the pressure and will be a weapon for Gujarat Titans against the Rajasthan Royals. And my third and last prediction is backing what I said before. I think RR is going to hit more than 25 boundaries in
25
sixes.
boundaries.
Yeah, it's going to be a big, high
Nice.
scoring game.
Big total on the cards. Yes. And so yeah, moving on. My first prediction here, the batting prediction is Yashasvi Jaiswal to not score more than 30 runs. Yes, he's sort of
Fair enough.
known to hit those flashy strokes up the order. He'll just go for his shots, but that lack of temperament, as we all speak, and that we have spoken throughout the tournament, is still lacking there. I really feel that. And tonight on the main stage, I guess even the Gujarat bowlers will be pumped up, so they
Yeah.
might just restrict him below 30. While my bowling prediction here is Karamati Khan to be the best bowler for Gujarat. I mean,
Really?
there's no sort of guessing, there's no second thoughts, there's nothing else who I can bank on the main day, on the final day. And yeah,
Yeah.
Rashid Khan, economy, wickets, everything under one package, Karamati Khan. While my final prediction, the team prediction is RR to not lose two or more wickets in power play. I really feel they might just get Yashasvi out early, but Joss might take some time tonight. So yeah, they. I mean, this is what I'm banking on.
Excellent, excellent predictions. Now the most important prediction, Bhavik, I'll ask you first. Which team are you backing? We know
अरे
which team you
पता
are
है
backing.
यार ये
अरे यार, ये mandatory part है यार show का. Bhavik, why are you backing Gujarat? And why do you think they will win?
Well, see, as we have discussed this, these two are the best quality sides of the tournament.
No doubt.
Even they have the stats backing them, the top two teams. It's not that one team has finished fourth in the points table and then they've managed to sort of come into the finals. These are the top two teams. They've won the maximum games. Even at the toss, we saw that one team eagerly wanted to bat first, while Hardik was so much in readiness to bowl first. So a lot of positiveness is something what I can feel there. But talking about Gujarat no chokro ju to thoduk to bane છે.
Okay. Yeah.
Did,
That's that.
did you hear Hardik say that they'll have all
Yeah,
the support from the stadium
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
said it in
Like,
Gujarati, and the
in
stadium
Gujarati?
erupted with a lot of
No
erupted.
support.
doubt.
It was crazy. It was
Actually,
crazy.
Gujarat no chokro. Of course, he deserves all
Gujarat
the
no
love in
chokro
Gujarat at least.
છે. No doubt, no
Yes,
doubt.
even on this panel, we have a Gujarati supporting Gujarat, so it shows the amount of love that Gujarat Titans are getting and the support they're getting. But Salil, asking you, which team are you backing today, and why do you think that this team is going to win today?
Well, I would honestly go for Gujarat to begin with, but given the stage and the way Rajasthan Royals has come into the finals, it shows a lot of intent, and the Gujarat template has not changed to chase. So if Rajasthan is able to bank on their batsmen and score big
Yeah,
today, I think it's going to be a little difficult for Gujarat to chase this. Mind you, they cannot take Rajasthan lightly. They're a big scoring side. And there are a few other reasons also why Rajasthan might be really backed up by their fans and they might be a little sentimental purely because we lost Shane Warne this year, which is a big loss for the whole world
yeah,
of cricket. And also that he's considered the first Royal scoring the
First
winning
Royal.
run in 2008. So I think there are a few things. I mean, I might have become a little Bollywood there, Yash, but quite honestly, they have a lot of things going for them, and there are a lot of reasons why they need to win it. Because apart, if Gujarat wins this today, they'll be the second team that played their first IPL and won it. And guess who the
yeah,
second first team
exactly.
was? It was Gujarat. It was Rajasthan. So quite frankly, I think they would like to repeat that feat. And because it's been many years since they've done that, the whole generation of cricket has changed. So I feel they're a little more than equipped, you can say. I think they're more desperate to win this.
Yeah,
So my
yeah,
pick is Rajasthan. I'm not going to make it easy on the panel today by saying Gujarat for
absolutely
making
right.
sure that they are a brilliant side. But yes, I think somebody must back the likes of Sanju Samson, Ravi Ashwin, Yuzi Chell, and Joss Butler. So that's my pick for today.
Absolutely. You said you are being a bit Bollywoody, and you also said that they are desperate. तो इसी बात पे किसी चीज को सच्चे दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उनसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है, और अगर ऐसा ना
Wow.
हो तो वो दी एंड नहीं है मेरे
ये नहीं
दोस्तों.
है.
पिक्चर
पिक्चर
अभी
अभी
बाकी है, एंड
बाकी है.
पिक्चर अभी शुरू होने वाली है. So thank you for joining with me, Salil and Bhavik. This was Time Out with Sports Adda. Live action coming up.